Mark Thompson here for Jank, and we go to North Carolina, where there is a race for the 10th Congressional District that features David Wilson Brown, who is a true progressive with a lot of emphasis on terrific values, one of which is the economy. And I want to speak to him about that because I think that's going to become an increasing issue as the years pass, and hopefully the years will see David in a position to do something about it. I also want to ask you about health care, because this is another message that you come across with, and your message is a progressive one.
Absolutely. When I started this whole thing out, I was a little gun shy about, Medicare for All. But the more I read, and when you have reports from, Koch brothers backed study groups that prove that we would actually save money from Medicare for All, we need to go for that. It makes no sense that we continue to pay $504 billion a year to a middleman part of our organization, part of our industry, that their sole profit motive is to deny our access to our health care.
Not to mention
why should we have that middleman in the middle there keeping us from good health care? It's a logical thing to eliminate and have direct access to our health care providers.
And you can say what you want about the Affordable Care Act, but one of the benefits of it was the fact that the pre-existing condition hook that so many insurance companies kept as a sort of an ace in the hole to keep people off the rolls, that's going away. And arguably in your district, many people who are suffering some of the economic squeeze, they're not going to be able to get the insurance that was guaranteed them under ACA.
Absolutely. And we need to talk about healthcare in broader terms. I mean, our area has been really impacted by the opioid crisis. We have to address that drug addiction and make sure people have services so they can get through that and take care of the things that are important in their lives. We have to make sure that mental health is part of that discussion. Again, you talk about gun ownership, and it's not the guns that are the problem. It's the people who using them poorly. Fine, let's make sure that we have good, sensible, accessible mental health and destigmatize it. It's very critical that we destigmatize the need for help. Sometimes people just need help, and they need people to talk to who are licensed individuals who get what is necessary.
Well, David Wilson Brown, you take no PAC money. I think the average donation is, I want to say it's $40 or something along those lines. It's
$37. Yes, sir.
It's $37. I rounded up to 40. And yet your story is one of passion and an all-volunteer staff. I mean, you really walk the walk, And again, I'm trying to get a sense from you as to how you feel about the momentum going to Election Day.
It's phenomenal here. I went to an event that we kind of had as one of our big kickoff things in the summer. I walked in and there were 250 people there for fairly red district, for a candidate who's never run for office before. We are seeing people coming out of the woodwork, especially this past week, people excited about change and realize that we actually have a chance here. I mean, the long and short of it is I'm a working class guy like most of the people of this district. I still work a 40-hour week while doing this campaign. My family's involved. My wife runs this office that I'm in right now. We are involved, and we have over 400 active volunteers, and we're getting more every day. We are ready to take back control and fight for the working class people of this district, because I'll tell you what, my opponent is a 7-term incumbent who's never held a non-political job in his adult life. He has forgotten who the people are. He does stunts like going and acting like a cashier for a day, but he's not taking home that cashier's paycheck. He gets to play pretend that he understands the people, but it's ridiculous. It's showmanship, and it means nothing to the people in this district. They laugh about it. It's really become a joke of how he'll show up with a giant check for a fire department that they got through a grant that he had nothing to no part in that check coming to them, that money coming to them. It's really kind of embarrassing that he would do those types of things just to make it seem like he's really serving his district.
No, he's clearly a mainstream elite politician. You are a grassroots guy not taking PAC money. The choice is very, very clear. As you say, 7-term incumbent. If you couldn't get it done by now, you don't deserve to be there anymore. David Wilson Brown, I'm excited to have visited with you, and I want to quickly post your website. If you want to support David Wilson Brown, again, he takes no PAC money, DWB4, the number 4, Congress.com, DWB, the number 4, tywartcongress.com. You can donate, tinyurl.com/donate, the number 2 Brown. And again, if you go to his main website, dwb4congress.com, all the information is there. David Wilson Brown, good luck. Let's win.
Thank you, sir.
The TYT Plus app is now available on iOS and Android. Download to get more TYT content at tyt.com/app.